right now, an equally brilliant guest. We have got Ben Whitfield from NE1. Now, we chat a lot about the summer holidays and try to give you ideas of bits and bobs that are going on. And there's all sorts of things going on. All you need to do is get the metro, hop on a bus, jump in a car to Newcastle City Centre, and there's lots happening. Ben, first of all, before we chat about what you do at NE1, I will tell you this. Ben has brought a furry dinosaur in with him to BBC Radio Newcastle. This is indicative of school holidays. Why have you got a furry dinosaur with you?
I was tidying the car when I parked up, and then I saw the dinosaurs in the back. Little girl has 3 dinosaurs now currently, 3 little teddy dinosaurs. She got one when we first found out that she was a girl. We went and bought one. She's had one ever since, day in, day out. The 3rd dino's just been added to the family, and I've been taking photographs of them in work.
I love
because
this.
Our oldest asked me to, so now here Dino is on the radio.
So the Diplodocus has been putting the radio faders up, and also had its classic headphone shot, which is great. But people listening to the show, this will remind you, I'm sure if you listen to the show now and your kids were, at primary school, there'll have been a school teddy, and then you used to have like turns to take the teddy abroad. So we've got pictures of our teddy like sitting on a plane, eating a Jet2 sandwich, and then sitting by a pool in Mallorca, and then ones with panic on our faces as we've left the teddy where we shouldn't have left the teddy. So anyway, the Diplodocus is here, but we're not going to chat about that. We're going to chat about what you do at NE1 first of all. So just explain, Ben, for people that don't know.
Yes, and not dinosaur related. I oversee all of the events and marketing from NE1, so that includes all of our summer activities as well as Christmas, Restaurant Week, the Christmas markets, New Year's Eve, all of those sorts of things, and also all of our social channels. Hopefully you all follow us at Newcastle NE1, and our website, emails, all of our corporate communications. Any words that come out of NE1 tend to be from me.
And there's heaps going on, so there is lots to shout about, and summer in the city is back. So I think we're into like the second week of the summer holidays. No, about 4 or 5 days of summer holidays. But there's lots and lots of things going on. Newcastle City Centre, it's about the bars, it's about the nightlife, but there is so much more to it than that, isn't there?
Absolutely, there's a lot going on. And I have to say, I've just said that I oversee things. That's a very true term, because Katie and Rachel have done all the hard work on this. But the summer activities that we have going on all went live on Monday. And there's so much to do. Tiny Toon is probably the most visible, most recognisable one.
Explain what that is for people that didn't hear it first time.
It's a miniature play village that we've made in Old Eldon Square. So you can visit the Centre for Life, you can visit the Great North Children's Hospital or Blackfriars in miniature, dress up as a chef or a doctor, or go to a shop. There's a mini time bridge, there's a metro carriage. We've actually partnered with Nexus on that. So that's all free for people to go and attend. We also have Screen on the Green, which is 100 free movies all summer long in Old Eldon Square. We're actually going to show the Women's Euros final on Sunday too.
Oh, fantastic.
Now that the Lionesses have got through to that.
Will that be a ticketed thing? Or?
No, that's all going to be free.
Oh, fantastic.
That's all going to be free on Sunday. Hopefully the weather is good for that.
I think it'd be all right.
Yeah, good. Excellent. And now hopefully they win.
Yes. Oh my goodness me. Go on, Lucy Bronze. Do it, your regional treasure.
And we've also added a new area in Old Eldon Square this year, which is sort of like we're calling it a stay and play area, but there's lots of colourful seating, sand pits, different games, activities for kids to get involved in. So that whole square now has activity on each separate sort of section. So you can go there and you can take in a film, and then you could go to Tiny Toon, and then you could go across the new area, get some lunch, and sort of spend the whole day there is the plan.
Because I think even going out for the day now with little ones is it's expensive, and people, a lot of times events and stuff are expensive, and it's impossible to keep. It's not sustainable for 6 weeks in a row. So I think if you can get something free, yes, there are going to be events that cost, but if you can get something for free, as a family, it's a great thing to do. And even if you live in Concert, in Prada, outlying areas, like I do, get yourself on a bus, get into town, because there's lots of brilliant stuff to do, and it's a change from the routine.
There's so much to do. I think that's the thing. You can almost hop on a bus in the morning and then figure it out from there. With all the stuff going on there. But we also have Summer in the City, which is on the quayside. That's 75 free activities through the summer. Lots of different stuff to get involved in. Some of this is ticketed, but it's still free, but you just have to reserve your space. But you've got everything from yoga to Zumba to there's an age well workout. We've got dance classes, kids activities. And then we also have some big events coming up later in the summer down there.
Can you tell us about any of those?
I can't.
not yet?
Yeah, I can. I might get in trouble.
Do you want to save it then?
I'll tell you about the boat.
Yeah, go on, tell me about the boat. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so hopefully people will have seen, but if not, we've worked with a Spanish foundation to bring a replica Spanish galleon called Neo Victoria to the river.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And that's moored on our city marina, so it's opposite the Slug and Lettuce. So when you go down the quayside, and if the tide is high, you'll see it floating there, sort of at eye level, masts and all. It looks fantastic. So you can go on and have a wander about that. We actually took the girls, minus dinosaurs, at the weekend.
So you can get on it?
So you can get on, yeah.
Wow.
Now that is paid, but it's really reasonable.
Yeah.
They're a charity foundation and they travel the world basically, sort of showing people these replicas. But it's a replica of the first ship to circumnavigate the globe.
Oh my goodness
in the 16th
me.
century. So it's pretty spectacular.
So like the galleons that you kind of learned about with the Spanish Armada?
Absolutely.
That kind of thing.
So this one went around the world in the 16th century. And then actually, ironically, then they built this replica in the 90s, I think, and then they took it around the world, and it's the first replica to go around the world. So it's fabulous. And then if you get on and you can have a look and understand sort of how people spent so long on those boats, it really does sort of blow your mind.
Yeah, that I'm desperate to do that now, because all I can think of is my history GCSE, and I did the Spanish Armada 20 minutes before it. I thought, go on, learn it.
Figure
And
that
it
out.
came up.
There you go, jackpot.
Yeah,
Perfect.
and the reason that they lost, the reason that they lost that is because they ended up going around the top of Scotland, and the weather in Scotland did them in. So a lot of the Spanish boats ended up coming to grief. And actually, there's quite a few people in Scotland with Spanish heritage because of the Spanish sailors coming onto the shore. And we know what happens when the sailors come onto the shore. So there you go, a little history lesson. But but if you love your history, that'll be really interesting.
Yeah, and that's there until Sunday. So you need to sort of get moving on that one.
Quickly get on that.
There's lots of tickets. It's pretty much sort of one on, one off. And you get to walk down also onto our marina, which is sort of right down in the river. So even just being down there was really interesting for my girls in particular. They loved it. But then you can see the captain's cabin, and they'll talk to you about sort of knots, and you can ring the bell. So yeah, that's really interesting and something totally different for people to see. And that's what we want from the quayside. Every time you go down, we want there to be something different. You want people to just head there thinking, oh, let's just see. Let's just see what's new. And then we've added something else there this week, which we've redone our 90-meter long floor mural.
Oh, wow.
Via some Portuguese artists who've done this really, really vibrant, colourful design along past the law courts, where we used to put the Quayside Seaside, and where the Quayside Garden Bar is now. So that's just been unveiled this week and looks pretty spectacular, I think.
Fabulous. So lots of good stuff. And if you're thinking about things to do this week, the Spanish Galleon, do it before it goes on Sunday.
Yes.
Awesome. And will you come back and tell us about the other stuff that you're not allowed to tell us about now?
Of course,
at another point.
Yeah, including restaurant themed event that we haven't talked about.
Oh,
but that's soon.
Do you want to
talk about that next week?
We can talk about it now if you want.
Both weeks?
Go on then. Give us a quick.
Restaurant week. Restaurant week is all go. It's back. It's back in August. It's the 4th till the 10th of August. Right. So it's not long. There is time still to get your bookings in. But it's 120 restaurants taking part this time.
Fantastic.
15, 20 or £25 a head. And all the menus are online. With a quick plug, get into newcastle.co.uk.
Awesome.
Find all the menus there, plan your trips.
And if people want to find out more about what's going on in the city over the summer, NE1, if they look on the NE1.
NE1 summerinthecity.co.uk. That has all the summer activities. That's
awesome. Diplodocus, dinosaur, come and press the button. All well done. You're a natural. Thanks so much, Ben.
No, not at all.
It's BBC Radio Newcastle. It's the sound of the North East, and it's 10 to 10.